Heather from Tomatoes, Poppies, and Everything Gardening. You know by yesterday's video that I went to Walmart and they had a lot of stuff on clearance, including some of the parent plants that these little accidents came off of. I'm trying to root them and make new plants. I'm pretty sure both of these will root. It's a petunia and this is one of the million bells. Pretty sure. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. But you saw that I bought that Japanese maple for just 10 bucks. And well, my husband's been gone for a couple days on a trip, but he's coming home in a couple hours. And I've got to go hide it. I've got to hide that Japanese maple. So I did get a pot yesterday. I'm going to go get it prepared. I've watched a few videos on Japanese maples. I've never owned one. I've always wanted one. And for $10, I couldn't pass it up. So I think the pot's bigger than what I'm supposed to use, but I'm going to put some Heuchera and or Impatiens at the very bottom, and I think that'll help even out the space because they like a little snugness. They don't want to go up too big in pots. So let's go check out the clearance Japanese maple, and let's get it in the ground. And I grabbed these both at Walmart. I'm leaning towards the black one. It's actually more of a dusty kind of charcoal black. It's not like a pure rich deep black. I think I'm going to lean to that one, but I think I will still keep this pot and relocate. Look at this mess. Everything in this pot to the bigger one. This is the same exact pot, but it's smaller, and I think my rose is just getting so big. Look, it's going to start blooming again, that it deserves a bigger pot. This is the Blue Girl that I love so much. This is the lavender I grew from seed, and it looks like it's trying to put buds on. And then these are just Chinese aster. So I think I'll put everything from here into the bigger pot, same location. And I think I'm going to go with this pot for the Japanese maple. It is blood good. You can see by the bark that it is kind of a reddish, dark red. And then I'll put Impatiens and or maybe some Corabels all around the bottom, the soil level. So from the research I've been doing, you don't want to let them just sit in water. So I'm going to put some rocks down at the bottom after I drill the holes. I'm going to go get the drill. I'm going to drill holes, put down some rocks. And then one of the persons I watched who's like an expert on Japanese maples, they said like some really chunky barky mix, kind of like what they have in there, but maybe chunkier. So I'll do rocks, chunky mix, and then I'll do maybe some broken down leaves, and or I found this gross cardboardy papery thing. I'm gonna put that in there. It doesn't need to be super high in like nitrogen or anything like that. So I think what I'll do is just put this basic 444 because it's balanced, slow release. This is the time of year I think you fertilize them, late spring. And I think this is still alive because it's pliable. One of the people on YouTube who like propagate these and grow these said you want the limbs pliable. It feels pliable to me. I don't think this is a dead plant, but for $10 it was worth, you know, taking a chance. Even the regular price is, I think, pretty reasonable. I mean, I'm 5'5", so this is like my height. I think I will prune maybe slightly. I really think this is gonna be gorgeous. I'm so happy to have it. So let's get started. Let me go get the drill bit, and then I'll just do a quick succession of pictures for each step, and then I'll show you the finished product. All right, so 5 holes there, 2 big ones, 3 a little bit smaller. And I probably should do this in place where I plan to keep the plant, but it's over by my property line and my neighbors already think I'm like a crazy plant lady, so we're not gonna do that. Okay, rocks. I gotta go find some rocks. Look at this nasturtium. Isn't that gorgeous? I think this might be Alaskan, the one with the variegated leaf. Okay, I have some rocks over here. but I don't want to get rid of my pretty rocks. Just basic construction rocks is probably what I'll take. I think all rocks are kind of pretty though. Let's see. This one is basic. Of course, the more rocks, the heavier the pot. So I could take that one, that one. That one's kind of pretty though. It's big. I don't know. Let's see. Well, darn it. Okay. I'm gonna go look somewhere else for more. So once I did get the soil ready, I did a little pruning, just a little, and then I checked kind of the placement in the pot. But then I discover this. Once I'd removed the plant from the pot, look at how much of the bark, the tree stem, was buried. That should not happen. And I think that's why this plant was on the verge of dying. And I think that's about a good 4 or 5 inches. You can see once I get it potted up. So I think these guys like slightly acidic, moist, but well draining soil, and they don't want to have their root flare under the ground. And that's kind of what was going on in that pot. And so I'm getting ready to show you where the root flare actually is. And it's kind of like the fig tree, you know, they're kind of shallow rooted. You don't want that under the ground. I think I'm going to add a couple, 3 Impatiens. So let's go look at my secret Impatient stash. Look at this rose. I love it. This is a fairy rose. So pretty. There is my experimental low part sun artichoke experiment. Oh, look at this rose. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness, look at the Canterbury bells. I'm glad I'm getting to show you guys these before they're done. I'm kind of partial to this color. Okie dokie, here we go. So when I bought these, thinking I would have the backyard completed by now, and I was going to decorate, you know, in the shade with these, but I have not. So let's pick a color. I'm thinking either red or white to go in that pot. I think we'll go with white. The tip for Impatiens: they will root just like if you took a cutting off a basil. They will grow roots, and you can spread your plant money really far this way. So I think since I've already broken a piece off, I'm only going to plant the one and break off another piece and just stick it down in the ground of the pot, in the soil of the pot, because I'm going to keep it, you know, fairly moist and watered this week and next week, so these will have time to root. Look, he can breathe now. So this was at least 4 inches deep, and that poor thing, it's got like stem rot. So I think hopefully we saved it just in the nick of time. We will see. We'll keep an eye on it. You guys can check back in. I'm sure I'll have an update video here. Let's say we'll give it 2 weeks. We'll check, see how the Impatiens rooted and how the Heuchera took to their new location out of water. They were divisions from maybe 2-3 weeks ago. and we'll see what happens with the Japanese maple. I'm gonna go put him right over there near that tree. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.